Alright guys, welcome to the first episode of Inside the Paint. This will be a basketball podcast. I do go for the Dallas Mavericks, so I have got a couple of LeBron stuff up there, but I did get that from America, so thought I'd keep that there since I did get it from America. And I won that Lakers thing at my party a few years ago. It was some arcade place. But I do love the Mavs, and the Mavs are just the best. But yeah, I also go for Melbourne United, so yeah, if you guys are tuning in from America, Melbourne United are one of the best clubs in the NBL, them Perth and Sydney. But you guys know Jock Landale played for them, Jack White. You guys would know everything if you guys know about Phoenix v Adelaide, how the NBL is becoming bigger and better each year. But I'll get right into it. So I'm going to be talking about basically NBA here. Every Tuesday I'll be talking about the college basketball whenever the college rankings come out. And at the end of every Sunday night, or at the end of every NBL round, start of NBL rounds, end of NBL rounds, I'll be talking about NBL. But this will be a separate podcast, basically. I'll think about it, I'll see what I'll do, but I won't do any NBL for today, I'll just do NBA. But yeah, I'm going to be going through all the games for today and, what teams did well, what teams can improve on. I'll start off with Mavs v Celtics. So, yeah, Mavs, well, the Celtics really had them all game, really. From the start, it looked like Celtics were going to win that. Tatum played really well. Same with Brown. They combined for, I think it was almost 60 points, wasn't it? Yeah, 63 points. It was just out of this world. Like, they really played well, though. Probably the only two guys that really stepped up for Boston today. Brogdon played well, I'd have to say, watching the game. But, yeah, it was an all-good-round performance from the Boston Celtics, and they definitely deserved the win. No doubt about it. But, yeah, I'd have to say, all respect to Boston. No, I don't really like Boston that much, but all respect goes to them for the win today. They played really well. They deserved it. Mavs were absolutely crap, and I'll move on to them. With the Mavs, there's only really four guys that really came to play today, and one of them really didn't start until the second half. For Luka Doncic in particular, Wood, Dinwiddie, and Finney-Smith. And Finney-Smith was only really the second half when he came to play. Those four combined for like 80+ points. Like, those team got about 20. And I did see a bit of arguing between Luka and Wood, which isn't good signs, considering the fact that they're meant to be a big dynamic duo. But we'll see how that goes. The defense was really bad today. It was, out of hand. The fact that they allowed Boston to score 70 points in the first half, and then only score 49 on their own. The three-point shooting has got to change. Finney-Smith hasn't shot the ball that well this year. He's had a few good games, but all around he's been alright. He's led the league in corner threes, but Bullock is not he's not playing well, if I'm being honest. He can't shoot. He's putting up bricks every single shot. He got his first to go. I was like, this could be a good game from Reggie. I think he ended up having more turnovers or more missed shots than points in the end. He ended up with 5 points, I think, in the end, yeah. And he almost missed that layup when he was wide open, which I saw it rattle and it just winning. I was like, seriously? But Bertans missed easy laps in the last junk time, but he's had a bad game. Nick Keener doesn't play at all, but a bit of work to do for the Mavs. But Charlotte v Philly. So Charlotte, all-round performance without LaMelo Ball. They stepped up. It's hard to say for these games. I didn't watch the games, but Charlotte get the one. Well, first of all, Boston win 125-112 against Mavs. Charlotte win 107-101 v 76ers. So yeah, Philly coming off that win yesterday against Brooklyn, and they played pretty badly against Charlotte team without LaMelo Ball. I think they wore full strength. Quick check. They wore full strength, I think. Yeah, they wore. They had only Thibault out, I think. Yeah, just Thibault, and they had Champagne, whatever it is. But yeah, that really not a good performance by them. Well, with the Charlotte Hornets having the absence of I think LaMelo Ball played. They didn't have Ball tonight, so LaMelo Ball played. So LaMelo Ball play? LaMelo Ball didn't play. He's not showing up in the stat sheet. So LaMelo Ball didn't play. I don't think did Harden. They didn't have Harden. Oh, no Harden, no Embiid. Alright, so I just realised that, but it's no Harden, no Embiid for the Philly. So realistically, Charlotte played alright without LaMelo Ball, but Philly, they played pretty good then without Harden and Embiid. So sorry, my bad. I should probably check the box score beforehand. Yeah, but all around it was probably a solid performance by both teams. You know, close game considering the facts with the injuries and stuff like that. And yeah, so Portland v Cleveland. Cleveland slaughtered them tonight. Yeah, but no Dame. I don't think Dame did play. Dame didn't. I don't think. And so there was no Dame, which is obviously why they would have lost by that much. But yeah, Garland stepped up big. It was all around performance by Cleveland. They played really well to get the 114-96 win. As for Portland, Dame, you're missing 20 points when you don't have Dame. 20 plus points. Like, realistically, if Dame played, it would have been closer. But all around performance, and both teams played pretty good basketball, if I'm being honest. Nothing really to improve there or anything really. But when you got Dame out, it's got to be a totally different game. And Timberwolves beat Pacers 115-101. So Timberwolves, they get the win, but not in commanding fashion. I think they had their big five playing. They did, so let's see, any injuries? No. They had the big five. Russell, Edwards, Gobert, Townsend, McDaniels. So, meanwhile, Indiana had their good starting lineup of Halliburton and Turner in there. Turner played exceptionally well. They may have lost by 14 points, but... And Gobert got a 21-16 game, so that's pretty good on his behalf. Towns played well. McDaniels played really well. Edwards, Russell, all of them were on double figures. The bench did not produce double figures at all. So, it was just really all. I think it was like, 15 points on the bench. The bench only produced 7, 11, 17, 19 points. The starters got 96 points. That is really good on Timberwolves' behalf. But the bench, got to improve that bench scoring, I've got to say. Because down in playoffs, it's not going to work. But for Pacers, they played really well, considering the fact that they haven't got the stronger roster. And they could potentially be a playoff team this year, if I'm being honest. They're playing really good basketball. Well, Atlanta beat Kings 115-106. Atlanta, they're just snagging those wins lately. It's just one of those teams that, that they're just getting those tight wins. And, yeah, they're playing really good basketball with Collins, Young, is it Murray, I think? It's DeJounte Murray. They're playing really good basketball. Like, I think Murray dropped like 25 today, wasn't it? Murray dropped 15. Young dropped 35. But for the Kings, it was a standout performance off the bench as well. Malik Monk with 27 points from 4 dimes. So, and 2 steals and no blocks, but no rebounds either, which is... The rebounding category has got a bit of improvement to do for today for the Kings. Highest rebound is the minus 13, but the rest generally get much shot. Lyles got 7, but yeah, rebounding probably got to work on that for the Kings. But yeah, but they played pretty good considering the fact that they're not the best team. They're probably not going to be a playoff team at the end of the year, but they've got something working this year, which is really good on their behalf. So what, 5, 6, 7, 8 games left. Jeez. Wizards v Heat. Heat beat Wizards 113-105. Both teams played really well. Heat, although, mind you, no Butler, but Wizards didn't have Beal. So, honestly, I reckon Wizards would have played better. And if both teams got full strength, I reckon Wizards would have won that. Heat got a lot of improving to do. 113-105 that game. 150-106 Kings lost to the Hawks as well, by the way, if I forgot that score. Nets beat the Raptors by 14, 112-98, but I think Raptors had few of the players out. I'm not going to check much anymore, but Nets starting to get there, got full strength now, apart from TJ1, I believe so. Starting to get there, starting to build wins, and that's all that matters in the end of the day. So, good job for them. They're starting to build, is what you want to see. The Raptors, say that as just a game that they have injuries, so I'm not going to put that as a loss. I'm just going to put that as just a meaningless game for the Raptors. Bulls beat the Bucks 118-113. That's a huge win for the Bulls, if I'm being honest. Like, they get that win, and that really puts the season back on track. They won 2 on the trot. So instead of being 6-12, they've made it to 8-10. So, and most people thought they were going to lose today. So they've really brought out and won the last 2 games really well. So they beat the Bucks by 5, which I don't think anyone was expecting that. So good for them. The Bucks, you see losses here and there. I don't think Middleton. It doesn't really matter if Middleton played or not. They were due for a loss. Like, you got Nuggets. So I don't think Jamal Murray played, but I quickly checked that. So, yeah, there was no Jamal Murray. But OKC were at full strength as well. But Pokusevski, 13 points. Shai dropped 31. Giddey, 12, 4, and 6. So, geez, Shai, 31, 7, and 11. 43 minutes. 42 minutes, 31 seconds. So, 43 minutes there. Mate, that is just good performance by the Thunder. But they were 19 points up the Nuggets. And then Thunder clawed back and went 15 up. So, a 34-point turnaround. And then they were like 7 up in the last quarter. I remember checking the scores. Like, 5 minutes to go. And I'm like, and I checked the scores an hour, like 30 minutes later. They lost in overtime. I'm like, what the hell? So, probably needed the Thunder to win that one for the Mavs. But Nuggets, they're just snagging those wins lately. They were lucky to beat the Mavs. Really lucky. I don't know how they won that game. They played really good basketball tonight. But 3 days later, they followed that one up with, they lose to the Pistons the other day, and then yesterday, and then the next day they just managed to somehow come back and beat the Thunder. Like, really lucky. They got to work on something. I know Jamal Murray was out, but still though, it's the Thunder, and you got Jokic on your team. It's like, if Murray plays, you add an extra 20 points, but realistically, it's a bit of room to improve on. Like, Murray, you got to work on with injuries, I guess, and Thunder probably got to work on holding that lead, but they played really well in all seriousness. But Pelicans beat the Spurs by 19 points, 129, 110. The last game was 131, 126 in overtime, but 129, 110. Pelicans beat the Spurs, so probably all Pelicans that game. Spurs got to work on everything. Defense, score 110 points, but they conceded 129. They've got to work on the defense. Probably got to play the zones, the defense that seemed to work for them in recent years. But we'll see how they go in the next game. But not a good performance by them. Greg Popovich started to look at him potentially retiring. Like, nothing's working for him anymore. They're just like, they're not making it. They're not going to make the playoffs this year, and I can't see them making the playoffs anytime soon. For the Pelicans, though, they are probably a playoff team this year, I've got to say, but they're working there. They're getting there. They're doing their things, you know. Pistons beat the Jazz 125-116. Pistons without Cunningham and without Stewart. Get the job done. That's a huge win for them. They advance now to 5-15, which they're not going to make a play-in. They're not going to do anything this year. They're going to finish last in the league. They're going to probably get number 1 pick in the draft, maybe. But they are just finding ways to win. 2 on the shot. In games where they should be 3-17, but they're 5-15. They're showing something. They are showing what the NBA, what they can do for future, really. But Jazz are just a disappointing loss, you know. Just got to work on, you know, trying to defend more, you know. Potentially score a bit more. 116 points in the NBA isn't going to get done every single night. But defending for 125 points is just not good enough. It's not good enough defense. And against a team like that, with their 2 best scorers out, it's not on. They've got to work on that defense. And I don't think Mike Conley played, but if he played, I know that if they had Mike Conley out, 12 assists for 17 points. But yeah, Mike Conley didn't play. But THT, they're probably going to trade THT off, if I'm being honest. THT is crap. Sorry to THT and his family, but you're no good, mate. You're no good. You just, I don't know what's wrong with you, mate. But yeah, and we head over to the last game of the day. Warriors get the job done against a Kawhi and George-less Clippers side, really, by 17 points. Commanding fashion in the end, but probably closer than the Warriors would have liked, I'm guessing, when they're full strength. But yeah, they won that game really easily, but they gave the Clippers a sniff in the last quarter, but third quarter, like late in the third quarter, but they managed to win that in the end by 124-117. Last game was Pistons, Jazz, if I didn't say that score, was 125-116, but Warriors beat the Clippers 124-107. Probably with the defense, got to work on that. Really got to work on the D. When they got their best player out, Paul George is playing really good basketball for them this year. And Kawhi Leonard's Kawhi, you know, he hasn't been playing well this year. I reckon if he could be finished as a player, but that's just my personal opinion. But they had Paul George out, who's putting up big numbers, 25 plus a game this year, and you give up away 107 points. It's not good D. Most you should be giving away is 90, maybe 95, but 107 That's just not good enough. 124 points, reasonable score, but yeah, that's not good enough from the Warriors. This is why they're potentially going to miss out on the playoffs this year. But that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. 15 minutes, not a bad one. I'm going to try and get reasonable times. 8 games. It was like, what was it, 12 something games? It was like a hell lot of games today, but quick check actually. It was quite a lot of games today, but normally it would be like maybe 8 games at the most, but it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 games. Just double checking there. It glitched there for a second, but 12 games. That's a lot. Like, normally it would be 8, but hope you guys enjoyed this. Please make sure to drop a like, subscribe. This will be coming out every single day for the next, forever really. I might try and get different episodes out. This should be called like the whatever the date is and stuff like that. But I'll try and get like different things out. Like I'll just do daily ones with the NBA, but I'll try and get college ones out, separate college ones, NBL ones. Hope you guys enjoy this though. Stay tuned. I'll try and update you guys throughout. Like I'll try and do a separate video going through it all. But hope you guys enjoyed this. See you guys next one. Go the Mavs.